The truth is always the strongest argument. All men make mistakes, but a good man yields when he knows his course is wrong and repairs the evil. The only crime is pride. Rather fail with honor than succeed by fraud. One word frees us of all the weight and pain of life. That word is love. If we always helped one another, no one would need luck. A wise man does not chatter with the one whose mind is sick. The keenest sorrow is to recognize ourselves as the sole cause of all our adversities. You must remember that no one lives a life free from pain and suffering. The kind of man who always thinks that he is right, that his opinions, his pronouncements are the final word, when one's exposed shows nothing there, but a wise man has much to learn without a loss of dignity. What greater bond is there than a false friend? There is no sense in crying over spilt milk. Why bewail what is done and cannot be recalled? It is terrible to speak well and be wrong. Do not believe that you alone can be right. The man who thinks that, the man who maintains that, only he has the power to reason correctly, the gift to speak. The soul a man like that, when you know him, turns out empty. A man, though wise, should never be ashamed of learning more and must unbend his mind. Go then if you must, but remember, no matter how foolish your deeds, those who love you will love you still. In a just cause, the weak will beat the strong. A state is not a state if it belongs to one man. Money is the worst currency that ever grew among mankind. This sacks cities. This drives men from their homes. This teaches and corrupts the worthiest minds to turn base deeds. Kindness will always attract kindness. Children are the anchors of a mother's life. Truly to tell lies is not honorable, but when the truth entails tremendous ruin, to speak dishonorably is pardonable. Tomorrow is tomorrow. Future cares are future cures, and we must mind today. If you were to offer a thirsty man all wisdom, you would not please him more than if you gave him a drink. I cannot love a friend whose love is words. You should not consider a man's age, but his acts. Men of ill judgment ignore the good that lies within their hands till they have lost it. Time, which is all things, has found you out. Who feels no ills should therefore fear them, and when fortune smiles, be doubly cautious, lest destruction come remorseless on him, and he fall unpitied. Quick decisions are unsafe decisions. There is no success without hardship. Surely, to think you're only the own wisdom, and yours the only word, the only will, betrays a shallow spirit, an empty heart. The most beautiful human deed is to be useful to others. Every man can see things far off, but is blind to what is near. Not to be born surpasses all reckoning, the next best thing by far, when one has been born, is to go back as swiftly as possible, whence one came. Stubbornness and stupidity are twins. For whoever knows how to return a kindness he has received must be a friend above all price. It is a painful thing to look at your own trouble and know that you yourself and no one else has made it. It can be no dishonor to learn from others when they speak good sense. If it were possible to heal sorrow by weeping and to raise the dead with tears, God were less prized than grief. Each say following another, either hastening or putting off our death. What pleasure does it bring? I count that man worthless who is cheered by empty hopes. No, a noble man must either live or die well. If you have done terrible things, you must endure terrible things, for thus the sacred light of injustice shines bright. Always desire to learn something useful. What people believe prevails over the truth. It is a base thing for a man among the people, not to obey those in command. Never in a state can the laws be well administered, when fear does not stand firm. When I do not understand, I like to say nothing. The ideal condition would be, I admit, that men should be right by instinct. But since we are all likely to go astray, the reasonable thing is to learn from those who can teach. A prudent man should neglect no circumstances. It is only great souls that know how much glory there is in being good. Many are the things that man seeing must understand, not seeing. How shall he know what lies in the hand of time to come? For kindness begets kindness even more, but he from whose mind fades the memory of benefits, noble is he no more. Whoever thinks that he alone has speech, or possesses speech or mind above others, when unfolded such men are seen to be empty. When men have killed joy, I do not believe they still live. I have nothing but contempt for the kind of governor who is afraid, for whatever reason, to follow the course that he knows is best for the state. And as for the man who sets private friendship above the public welfare, I have no use for him either. Nobody loves life like an old man. It is always fair sailing when you escape evil. There is no happiness where there is no wisdom. No wisdom but in submission to the goods. Big words are always punished, and proud men in old age learn to be wise. When the laws are kept, how proudly his city stands. When the laws are broken, what of his city then? Numberless are the world's wonders, but none more wonderful than man.